Evans is week to week, Mike Evans, with a hamstring, and they're going to get Antonio Brown back. So it is a very busy little juncture here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I guess I would ask you, Jeff, I'll start with you. How would you describe the pressure this puts on Brady now as he starts losing some of these incredibly valuable pieces?
Enormous. Listen, when you think about the run you're trying to make at this portion of the season, as bad as Godwin is and losing your receiver, losing Leonard Fournette is enormous. Like, think about, everybody talks about like playoff Lenny. He averaged over 100 yards per playoff game and a touchdown or more every playoff game. That is production that is very difficult to replace. I understand they have Ronald Jones who can be a running back, but they've already lost Gianni Bernard earlier in the season. Fournette is a 3-down back who they trust and who Tom Brady trusts. And listen, if there's anything you know about Tom Brady, the running backs are key when teams want to blitz him or pressure him. Without Leonard Fournette back there at that position, it is an enormous loss for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And I believe we have Nick with us now. Do we have Domonique Foxworth? We were having a little technical. There he is.
There we go.
Domonique Foxworth from his palatial estate in our nation's capital. Your thoughts on the impact of all of this? Like the Buccaneers, one of the things they had on their side last year was luck. They just got very fortunate. They were very healthy going down the stretch and into the playoffs. Now here we are a year later, and it looks like the opposite.
They were uncommonly healthy last year, but I think that the most important thing about Tom, or one of the most important things about Tom Brady, is he's not stupid. He understands that to prolong his career, he needs talent around him, and he's built it up. But now it's falling apart because, as I think Graz said, Godwin was the most targeted receiver they have. The second most targeted is Evans on the other side. And then you got Leonard Fournette in the backfield, who's the most targeted running back in the entire league. So I think that Tom Brady, as great as he's been, part of his greatness has been putting great players around him, at least down in Tampa Bay so far. And he's not going to be able to do that going forward, even if those guys come back. I know Godwin's not going to be back because the ACL is much more significant. But if you get Leonard Fournette back and you get Evans back, you will at some point. Hopefully, they're going to be lesser versions of themselves. So I think that Tom Brady is going to be putting a lot of pressure on himself, especially since the defense hasn't been as dominant. I know they held the Saints only 9 points, but the defense isn't playing as good right now as they did in last year's playoff run. So it's going to be a lot on Tom Brady's shoulder. This year, if they make a run, it's going to be really impressive. It's going to give a lot more credence to how great Tom Brady actually is.
How about it, Swaggo?
Yeah, I look at this team, and to Foxy's point, it's funny listening to us talk about this. We kind of got so locked in on Brady and the MVP conversation that we forgot that he got 3 Hall of Famers that he was throwing to on this offense. And Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, and Gronk. Like, we kind of forget that because of Tom Brady. It's crazy. And I understand where they are now with the injury situation, especially talking about Godwin and Fournette. I go back to Jeff's point with Leonard Fournette. This is how Leonard Fournette is how Tom Brady wins football games and wins championships. That dude and Gronk, obviously, we know that connection. But when you start talking about, and here's the thing, when we watch them against the Saints always dominate this offensive line for some reason. I have no idea why they can do that every time they play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But also, taking away the early throws from Tom Brady has always been a philosophical theme for defenses. And then Fournette was the answer. Godwin's screen game was the answer. So now you miss 2 big components of not only 2 guys that are productive, 2 big components of what you do offensively. I'm wondering how much Leftwich is going to have to change the identity of this offense down the stretch because you lose that majority of what you do from the offensive standpoint.
Here's the only thing I'll say. Pardon me. The remaining 3 games, to describe those as winnable, might be the understatement of the century. They've got the Panthers twice sandwiched around a date with the Jets. So this team could be without a lot of those guys and still win those. We'll see how healthy they are by the time the playoffs begin. But
thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.